Hello, this is Mingy, and this is my bot that I've created for the poker tournament assignment. And I'm going to go over some of the strategies that I chose. Uh, this bot is low variance. It doesn't try to go crazy with the bets. Instead, it chooses to play pretty conservatively. And one of the first rules that I've implemented is to never fold on a pre-flop. This is because of the big blind and the small blind. If you choose to just fold on a pre-flop and you're going against a bot like MaxBot, it will end up continuously slowly lose out in those in the small and the big blinds, and it will never reach a phase where you're actually playing the game, because regardless of your hand, MaxBot will always bet the maximum amount, and you'll always be flopped. And so, but after the flop, it will play pretty conservatively, by continuing with only solid hand, meaning you at least have one pair, or a strong draw like a flush or a straight. But obviously, that doesn't happen very often. So, when you do have at least one pair, it will continue the game. The aggression afterwards is strictly based on the value of your hand. The bot only raises to maximum only when you clearly have a dominant hand like two pair or better. Otherwise, they will prefer to just simply check or call and avoid unnecessary risk. Alright, so in multiple situations, it will try to tighten further, play only on premium starting hands, or just play along if you have at least one pair. Overall, the strategy is to avoid bluffing and minimize losses, basically. And against overly aggressive bettors, it will rely on simple, reliable value decisions rather than complex adaptation. So if you go over the actual code, we have the choose action, which the first part basically prevents you from folding on the pre-flop. Next, it will make a decision based on your hand, and if you do have at least one pair, it will decide to check or call, and depending on how much the opponent is betting and the evaluation of your hand, it will continue to either call or bet even more if you do have like an actual solid hand. But if you don't have a solid hand, it will choose to either call or fold. And that is strictly based on what kind of hand you have. We also have the bet amount and raise amount, and this is also determined by how much what you have on your hand. So if you do have a solid hand, then it will try to go a little more aggressive, and if you don't, then it will go a little less aggressive and more conservative. The premium pre-flop is when you do have a really strong hand, like a straight or flush, things like that. And it also checks for how strong your pairs are. So if you have a jack or a queen or a king or ace pair, then it will evaluate that much higher than a simple numbered pairs. And it will try to evaluate your hand based on the strategy that I just mentioned, and ranking different types of pairs and different types of game rules like straight or flush. Once that is done, it will rank the hand based on the straight flush, four of a kind, full house, flush, straight, two pairs, one pair, etc. And the final part is just telling the game basically to know that you do have a flush, to check if you do have a straight, if you do have a straight flush, and things like that. It's just checking if you actually have those conditions. That's all it's doing. And now I'm just going to go to the actual poker tournament and play some of these bots. So first one we're going to go against is the random bot. And I'm just going to play 100 games against these bots, each of these bots. As you can see, we do have a pretty good win rate against a random bot, because all it's doing is randomly betting and calling. Let's go against the fold bot. And this also results in a pretty big win, because obviously the bot is always folding, and I'm never folding on a pre-flop, so yeah, it always results in a win. Against the call bot, I believe it goes around 50-50. I could try to exploit the fact that the call bot does call every time, but if I do that, then it does lower my win rate against a fold bot or a random bot, so I decided not to. And same thing goes with the max bot. I could go farther and exploit the fact that it always maxes max bets, but if I don't do like my own hand evaluation and just simply try to counter the max bots, that will just ruin the strategy against any other bots that it plays. And it's like, I think I lose more than I win against this bot, but I think it stays around, yeah, 40% or 45% win rate against this bot when I play it 100 times. Yeah. And that is everything for my presentation. Thank you.